You can't even see the ceiling fan. Boy, I'm off my game today, aren't I? Oi, fellow comrades, it's Squidtard here. The Vandy Georgia Tech game just kicked off, by the way. That's how late I am. But made it in time to at least watch the first play go down. So that's a great start. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Nearly picked off. We're off to a great start here in the Birmingham Bowl. Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt obviously just started. So, yeah. That's going to be a good game, I think. We're about to see how it pans out for sure. The Service Academy, yes, one of the service academies just did the unthinkable and knocked off an SEC team. One of Alabama's quality losses just lost to Navy. So shout out to Oklahoma for adding some more juice to Alabama's significant playoff resume. Yeah, as you can tell, they've got a fantastic resume. Yeah, no, phenomenal resume even. Perfect resume even. But yeah, like I said, hope you guys are having a great, what's today, Friday? Yeah, hard to believe. Already Friday. It's almost been already a week since Tennessee got their back blown out on national television. That was a true pleasure right there. Here's 3rd and 6 for the Jackets. Here's, is that Aaron Philo? Look at him go. And he's going to be shut down after no gain at all. So Vanderbilt's going to get the ball back pretty quick. Quick and easy, even. Yeah, I'm expecting this one to be a slow kind of slugfest. So that's the reason I chose this game above all the others, because I had a feeling it was going to be the best. But I don't know. I'm not so sure now. I mean, some of the other games today, well, the only other game today looked really, really good. Obviously, the Oklahoma versus Navy game was actually a pretty fun one, but of course the Sooners choked. Yeah. Hope you guys are having a great day though. Let's do roll call before I continue onward. Patriot Mapper, Blockhead, Long Live Kyrie Jackson, Rocky, Matt Schwartz, Carter Williams, the Iowa man. Andrew the Textbook, the Gamecock Man, Sladorv, TriStar, get off the toilet, Squid. Yes, I did. I made sure to do that for you. Dylan Jones, Space New ACC, Ben Knowles, Aviaki, cheers from Dallas, Texas, and Glassy Press. Hello from Italy. Hello to you, good sir. Here's 1st and 10 for the Commodorks in the old Brain Bowl. Who's going to win that? The old Brain Bowl. Who's the smarter out of these two? That's what really matters. There's a screen. And already more positive development for Vanderbilt than Georgia Tech's had all game. So who knows what this game might entail. If Vandy were to win this game, I can't, because they've been in a bowl game twice since I think 2008. Or after 2008. They went to a bowl in 2016 and then went to a bowl in 2018. So 2016 and 2018, Vanderbilt went to a bowl. They lost both of those games. Obviously have yet to have a losing seat. They have yet to have a winning season, in a very long time. So if they could win this game, that'll mean I think this game means significantly a lot more for Vandy than it does Georgia Tech, because obviously Georgia Tech is not the perennially terrible program like Vanderbilt is, and more importantly, Georgia Tech's in the ACC, so they're surrounded by garbage teams. That's what they live by, and they still went 7-5. So, yeah. What's your score prediction? Vandy 40-35. Hell, if that was how this game went, that would be incredible. I'm hoping that's how it goes, at least score-wise. Vandy by 7. Yeah, no, I've got a feeling this is going to be a good one. Here's 1st and 10 for the Commodores. We're at the 49-yard line. Another handoff. Nope, this is Diego Manziel taking it for himself, and he got 2 yards out of that. Can you please play college football 25 with me? Maybe in the off season, when things start to wind down. and I start getting back into playing that game. Dylan Sampson declared for the draft. Yeah, we all knew he was. Why wouldn't he? He has every reason to. He has every single reason to go rather than stay. And since no coaching changes have been made yet, I all the power to him. All the power to him. Even if there were coaches that were fired, I think it was in his best decision to go ahead and leave. So, you know, whoever ends up picking him up in the NFL is getting a really good pick there. He's gonna ball out for sure. He's going to be one of the best picks in the draft, I think. When you have to carry an entire team on your back, you know you got a good guy. You know you got a guy who's going to help you in some of those pro league games. Tennessee rebuild? Maybe. Perhaps. Georgia Tech eliminated Miami. Vandy eliminated Alabama. Yeah, these two teams have done some significant favors in terms of playoff teams. They did us favors, too. Here's Pavia. Quick throw through the middle and incomplete. Quick slant route, good for absolutely nothing. College football 25 was one game that almost made me break my EA boycott. Yeah, no, it's probably the best game I've seen from EA in a very long time. And, you know, they work on a lot of, you know, I'm a big fan of the racing games and stuff like that. I think they do Forza, if I'm right on that. Because I really love Forza 5, Forza Horizon 5, and I played that a lot, but I thought college football was better. Just as an experience, it's been better. The entire SEC except for Bama is rooting for Vandy. I don't know. I've got some stingers set up for when one of these teams scores, so I hope they start scoring soon. I'll play him right now. Shout out to my boy C-Dog, the Georgia Tech YouTuber on here. Here's his stinger.
Fuck! You are shitting me!
As you can tell, that's obviously set for when Vanderbilt scores. And here's for when Georgia Tech scores.
Literally, listen, Squid. Listen, Squid! Listen!
Yeah, that was for my buddy Jared, the Vanderbilt fan. The only Vanderbilt fan I actually know. We go way back, and in fact, we go all the way back since I first started my channel. That's how long we've known each other. But he's a huge type of Vandy troll. Obviously, back when Tennessee sucked and was getting beat by Vanderbilt every year, he was clowning on me every chance he got. But now that Vandy's obviously been losing to Tennessee, he hasn't really been getting the chance to. And that was a clip from one of our dynasties where I went for 2 on him and he got really pissed. That's funny. One of the funniest moments to this day. Listen, Squid! What's up, Wolverine, fellow moderator? Listen here, Squid bitch. That's another infamous moment in Squidtard history. I've got to find. I think I've got a stream or a stinger for that. I doubt it, but I can take a look. No, I don't. That's unfortunate. It might be somewhere in my archives, but there was a moment a long time ago when I first started Squidtard where this guy, the Ultimate Troll, that was his name, the Ultimate Troll. He sucked at his job, but he was he went by that name, and he was an Auburn fan. And that year, Tennessee and Auburn were playing each other, so we went at it. And then he called into my show, and I said something to piss him off, and then he started on the phone with, "Listen here real quick, Squid bitch." It's like, bro, chill. Oh, and I forgot to reset the push-up counter. So let me reset that. Yeah, in case you don't know, for every $1 I receive in donations, I'll be doing 1 push-up. So if you send a $25 super chat, I will be doing 25 push-ups as soon as you send it, or soon afterwards, whenever commercial break hits. So if you'd like to see me do that, I would highly recommend hitting up that super chat button. And leave a like if you can. Leave a like on the stream. Each like helps. This channel's been booming as of this college football season through college football chaos and all the live streams and everything else like that. So I appreciate all the support you guys have given to this channel. And yeah, we're getting some inclement weather outside. So for whatever reason, if the internet goes beep boop, I'll be the first one to let you know about it. I would imagine that the bowl games chaos video is going to be relatively easier to film since the games are so spread out. Absolutely. Yeah, I've been working on that as of recently, the scripting and everything like that. But there are there are way more games than any of the others, obviously. So it'll be the longest college football chaos by far, by a significant amount. Power to the Tartarian Republic. Damn right. Damn right. Sorry, SEC, but go Georgia Tech. Yeah. This is one where it's kind of hard to root against or for any of the teams. You know what I mean? Because I hardly ever root against Vanderbilt unless if they're playing us. I don't really ever even root against them. We got some great ones after this game though. The 7 o'clock slate and everything afterwards is going to be pretty fun. Texas Tech and Arkansas, Syracuse and Washington State. And then one that a lot of people are excited for, USC and Texas A&M. Some people are going as far as to say that if they lose that game, USC, that they're going to fire Lincoln Riley. And while that would be interesting, I don't think that's happening considering it's a postseason bowl game where USC's already had a terrible year. If they had plans to fire Lincoln Riley after this season, they would have already done it. They wouldn't have waited as long as they have. You should try to follow college football more and try and watch more games next year. I watch as many games as I can, and a lot of the ones that I don't watch, I go back and watch for chaos. I'm not, for anybody asking, and I've had several people ask this, and I need to make it abundantly clear. I'm not going to bother covering all of the Group of 5 games. There are a lot of Group of 5 games that I will not be covering. The only ones that I will be are for like Boise State and then earlier in the season, Army and Navy, teams that are projected to possibly make the playoffs if things go their way. If it has playoff or major postseason implications, then yes, I will go ahead and do that game. But if it's like, 5-4 Bowling Green versus 3-6 Colorado State, I'm not covering that. You know what I mean? There's just no way I can cover it in that much time. Squidtard, if Oregon beats Ohio State, would that cheer you up from that Tennessee loss? No. In fact, that would actually make me feel worse. Because that means that if Ohio State wins the national title, there's some sort of, there's some sort of silver lining for Tennessee where you're like, okay, we got blown out, but we got blown out by the best team this season in their house. If they were to go out and lose to Oregon again, obviously that means they were not the best team, and it adds further embarrassment to what was already a pretty humiliating loss of the Vols. Ever since the iceberg video, I've been a big fan. Hope you keep up the elite content. Thanks, Shamet. Thank you, Deshaun. I will make sure to do exactly that. Lincoln Riley should have just stayed at Oklahoma. Wouldn't have done him any better. It wouldn't have done him any better. In fact, the entire reason he ran away in the first place was because he knew he was going to be playing in the SEC sooner or later. And his style of play wouldn't do jack diddly doodah squat against SEC opponents because everybody would be putting up 900 points on him, and he wouldn't be able to keep up. He's an amazing offensive talent. I mean, he's one of the greatest offensive gurus of our lifetime. But he can't coach defense worth a damn. If he hired somebody that knew something about defense and then didn't, get his nose all up in his ass like he always does, then, Oklahoma, or in this case, USC, could be a potential powerhouse. But he doesn't. He can't help himself. He has to get involved with the defense. And it's ridiculous. USC, Texas A&M, 10:30, but it pains me that the Hawaii Bowl that went into 5 overtimes didn't start at 12 a.m. Yeah, ain't that something? Pac-12 after dark, can't get enough. The problem is for me is that since I'm European, I'm kind of limited to what games I can watch. Basically just the noon games. Yeah, I hear you with that one. A lot of the coverage outside of America it's not easy to access. Makes me wonder why. Makes me kind of think that they scheduled. You remember the first game of the season, Georgia Tech and Florida State? That game in Dublin, Ireland. People are like, why is this a noon game? Maybe that's why. For the people outside of America. Who knows? Ever since watching my first college football chaos, I loved you. You are my urinating tree for college football. A lot of people say that. Thank you for everything. Hope 2025 is great. Thank you, Dylan Jones. Appreciate it. I still think Georgia Tech is going to win. Vanderbilt beating Alabama was purely lucky. Even if it is true, Alabama's still terrible. Can't be wrong about that. Squid, I need you and everyone here to answer a very important question. Well, go ahead and say it. As a Bama fan, losing the Rose Bowl last year hurt less after Michigan won the Natty. Yeah, no, if the team you lose to wounds up going all the way, it makes, you know, that loss a little less painful. So obviously, you know, I'm a kind of, I mean, it doesn't really matter for us. It does us no good whether or not Ohio State goes all the way or they don't. If they, maybe, and kind of rooting for them to lose, sort of, because maybe that'll kind of push Heupel to fire Joey Hazel. But let's be real, that's not happening. And the transfer portal has not been kind to us. Obviously, Gaston Moore hit the portal, and then a couple of other guys who never got any playing time hit the portal too. So, and I heard rumors that Boo Carter is going to be joining that ship anytime. And I really hope not, because Boo Carter is an excellent talent, and bro's going to, you know, wherever he goes, bro's going to kill it. So, you know, if he hits the portal, obviously best of luck to him no matter what. But that's one guy I would really hate to lose. There's a rumor about Peyton Manning replacing Tennessee's head coach. No, yeah, right. I take that about as seriously as the John Gruden rumors. Remember that? Yeah, John Gruden to the hill. Remember that? Get rid of Greg Schiano so you can get John Gruden to the hill. What a moment in time, huh? Good Lord. John Gruden to the hill. What a fan base we once were. Switching here. I've got the game on TV, but I'm tired of doing this every time I want to look back at the game, so I'm just putting it on my monitor. So, yeah. There we go. All right. Squidtard, if all that happens, then we would go back to having a down year. I'm already predicting it. I'm already predicting a down year. We're keeping the coaches. We aren't making any moves in the transfer portal yet. We have to wait to see. You know, obviously, we've still got 6-7 months until the next year. So, yeah. You know, we'll have to see how that pans out in between then. But we haven't made any moves in the portal. No moves in the coaching carousel. Things have to change in order to change my mind, and obviously nothing's changed. So, yeah. Up until then, I have no interest in thinking that there's going to be anything different. Here's Pavia taking a deep shot down the field. Might have a man there. Oh, and off his hands, incomplete. Just off his hands. Would have been a huge gain for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, but he was not able to make it connect. When it comes to the GOATs of sports, we have MJ with 6 rings and Brady with 7 is there as well. But where would you put Lightning McQueen with 7 Piston Cups? He's one of the GOATs. What else do you want me to say? What else do you want me to say? You said that on Twitter. You said that in the Discord. And now you said it in my live chat. I think we've acknowledged your question already. Do you think they'll make a college football 26? They're already making it. Do you realize that there was an NCAA 21, but you couldn't play as a team? You had to watch the team. It was just like a sim game. No, I did not. What's up, Malrang, fellow channel member? What's going on with you, buddy? Naughty Parrot says 8-4 next year. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. Because I've seen nothing on this. I've seen nothing for us that makes me think that we're beating Florida or Alabama next season. Considering how bad we suck on the road, it wouldn't surprise me if we lose to another team along with that as well. And I'm picking Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State's going to beat us next year. 3rd and 5 for the Commodores here, deep in their own territory. Georgia Tech bringing a 6-man blitz. Man in motion. Now they're putting up 7. Now 8 on the line. They're pretty much putting the entire sun on Vanderbilt right here. Pavia back to pass. Gets the pass off complete. First down and a little bit more. Good play there by number 28 to get some extra yardage, and now to be 1st and 10 for the Commodores. Not much. Christmas was pretty cool, except for the fact that that Rocky KMS struck again. Feel that. Feel that. At least it was before Christmas and not afterwards. Had Tennessee somehow miraculously won against Ohio State, we'd be spending this entire week getting worried about the Oregon game. So thank goodness for that. 1st and 10 for Vanderbilt now at the 32-yard line. They're making some momentum here. Here goes Diego Manziel. He's going to hand it off. Play action. Pavia looking down the field. Tries to take a deep shot. Now he'll run with it. Got some extra space in front of him. Gets a 1st down. And all the way almost to midfield. Diego Manziel putting in that work. Wes knew. They look like the stronger team by a significant margin. Florida State lost yet another coach. Everyone is abandoning ship. Yeah, think of it that way. We're not Florida State. Good Lord, they are a complete and utter mess right now. And what's new? What's new with them? This was set up all throughout the entire offseason. A bunch of perpetual crybabies on the coaching staff and on the roster. It's no surprise that they fell as hard as they did. Well, actually, I take that back. It is a little bit of surprise. I expected them to fall pretty hard, but not that significant. Here's Pavia. Handoff up the middle. Inside run, good for about 3 or 4 yards. Tennessee versus Eastern Tennessee State. UT wins 66-7. Which UT? Oregon would crucify us? Absolutely. It wouldn't be a competition. It would go exactly as pretty much all of our other games against big-time teams go. We'd come out, crap ourselves in the first quarter, literally die, and then spend the entire rest of the game trying to come back and flop miserably because we don't have an offensive line that can cover anybody. We also have a playbook made out of an entire vagina, so that doesn't help either. 2nd and 6. Deep shot again for Pavia, and he got it. He got it to number 11. How about that? Diego Manziel dicing up this Georgia Tech secondary. They ain't got nothing working for them. They're getting clowned on the entirety of their team. Beautiful play right there by Vanderbilt. Does them work. Early in this game, they're going to try and get all the momentum right here. Not good if you're Georgia Tech, man. I can tell you that much. The buzz ain't getting buzzed right now. 1st and goal. Tries a jet sweep. Nope, they're going to run it up the middle and nothing. Not a thing. In fact, he might have gotten a single yard and that was it. 2nd and goal coming up. What if Vanderbilt beats Georgia Tech by more than Georgia did? What if they beat Georgia Tech by less than they beat Alabama? Norvell can build a team through the transfer portal, but he can't build a culture. Well, he's not a coach. He's not a coach. Hold on. Here's Pavia to the end zone. Wide open man for Vandy. Touchdown, Commodores. Touchdown, Commodores. And there's your first score of the night.
Fuck! You are shitting me!
Live Sea-Dog analysis right there. So, yeah, but let's see. Yeah, no, as I was saying, Mike Norvell is not a head coach. He got an incredibly lucky draw with the players that he had. And considering, again, he's in the ACC, again, there's no way to sort of lay out the fact that the ACC is terrible other than seeing them play on the field. That conference is an absolute mess. It always has been. There's 1 or 2 really good teams and then a literal bunch of diarrhea. So it doesn't surprise me that that's how that panned out. Another wish is to have less rigged FBS structure so that you could have more conferences or schools at once. Yeah. Oh, my TV just shut off. It got jealous. It got jealous that I was using it. The buzz ran into that Vanderbilt buzzsaw. Let's see. Is my boy C-Dog streaming this game? I'd love to hear his analysis right now. Yes, he is. Well, Rec Talk's streaming. Rec Talk is. And so far, nothing. Nothing going there. Every time I load up my channel, I just see these massive amount of comments from these Ohio State fans. They go to the Ohio State hate video I made, the message to Ohio State, and then it's like an automated response every time. Well, that didn't age well. Wow. Great analysis there. Hey, is the sky blue? Is it green? Why don't you tell me? Why don't you tell me? Pitt is 0-6 since 7-0. Yeah, that's a massive downfall right there. Oklahoma State was or Utah was 4-0. Then they went 0-8. Oklahoma State 3-0. Then they went 0-9. Momentum's a serious thing in college football. I'm colorblind. Is that Colorado, Wake Forest, Army, UCF, Navy, Purdue, or Vandy? All the above. Let's go Blue beat Alabama. Man, that'd be pretty funny. That'd be pretty funny. Let's see. What are the games going on tomorrow? Because I need to hear from you guys what you want to see tomorrow. We got. So here are the options for because I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Here are the options for those of you who want to bear witness to the chaos tomorrow in my live stream. So here's the options. We can do noon, which has UConn and North Carolina, and then Boston College and Nebraska in the Pinstripe Bowl, and then later on that with Louisiana Lafayette and TCU in the New Mexico Bowl. That one's at 2:15. We can do the 3:30 slate with Iowa State and Miami in the Poop Tart Bowl. Or we could do the 7:30 slate with BYU and Colorado in the Alamo Bowl. It's up to y'all. It's completely up to y'all what you want to do tomorrow. But those are the options right there. Not many. What are we looking at after that? So on Monday, we got the Music City Bowl. Not going to stream that because it's only one game. Then we got on the... I'm probably going to stream on New Year's Eve. But it's going to be early, so it'll probably be the ReliaQuest Bowl between Bama and Michigan. Maybe I could do the Citrus Bowl between South Carolina and Illinois, but I don't think y'all want to see that. I'm not doing the playoff game because I'm obviously going to be celebrating New Year's Eve with my family. And then I'll probably end up streaming the Ohio State-Oregon game, the Rose Bowl. And then that'll be it for streaming up until the semifinals. So you guys leave your options down below. UConn, UNC, Iowa State, Miami, BYU, Colorado. I want to see Miami shit themselves into another mediocre Power 4 team. That'd be pretty funny. How about making a poll in the chat? Great idea. Except you can oh, wait, never mind. You can't have 3 options. Second and 3 for Georgia Tech coming up. It is Aaron Philo in the game, right? Yeah, Haynes King's out, so. Here's a toss. Running back toss going really well. Breaking free, Jamal Haynes gets all the way to the midfield. And they're bringing the no huddle. Can't blame them. They need to respond pretty quick. You don't want to let Diego Manziel get that free and get that far ahead of you. Here's 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Up the middle again. Haynes got another lane. And he's got another first down. Gets about 10 yards and gets down to the 40-yard line. One of the men for Vanderbilt's down. Looks to be Wright, as in W and Wright. Setting up a poll right now for anybody that wants to see. Let's see. Here we go. Do 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 do. All right, there we go. Polls dropped. So you guys leave your thoughts on who you, where you want to see me stream tomorrow. Playing a Minecraft mod pack while listening to your stream. That's hilarious. You go 1st and 10 for the Jackets here at the 40-yard line. Gonna hand it off here. Jet sweep and stop behind the line. Loss of a yard. Commodores ain't got. Well, I was gonna say they've got something going for them so far. I'll say that much. Well, they definitely got some work to do, that's for sure. This looks like it's going to be a competitive game, I'll say that much. Bunch of motion, pre-snap motion. Vandy might be bringing a blitz here if I had to say so. On the pass play, Philo looking. Going to take a slant and incomplete. Every time I watch this guy, Aaron Philo, I just don't think he's got it. He's a true freshman, I understand that, but watching him, I just don't think he looks comfortable in the pocket at all. Yeah, that's a lie, Lucas. You ain't finding nothing. 3rd and 9, man in motion. Jet sweep. Again, and not much given right there. He's able to get all the way down to the... He's going to be close. That's going to be at the 1-yard line. I think if I'm Tech here, I'm going for that. I'm going for it right here. But that's going to be the final play of the first quarter, so that's what they're going to wrap that up with. Let's see, what's the poll looking like? So most of it's leaning for Iowa State, Miami, and that's fair. That seems to be, that's probably the best one. The Poop Tart Bowl. Good old Miami Hurricanes. Can't go wrong with that. Boo Carter is meeting with Vols coaches today to discuss his future with the program. I spoke with his family earlier today and told it has nothing to do with NIL money. Boo wants to remain at Vol. He just wants to play some offense. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Yeah, we're going to lose him. We're going to lose him. If there's anything that matters here at Tennessee, it's loyalty. There ain't no way he's getting on offense over somebody else. That's why Dante Thornton is still taking snaps, even though he can't catch. Is there a Miss Squidtard? Used to be. Used to be. Not anymore. Boy. I could talk about that, but that's a whole big time rabbit hole we'd be flying into, so I don't know if I want to even discuss that. It's not like it exactly went terrible. I'll say that much. It didn't go... Half of it did, the other half didn't. I'll say that. I'll say that for certain. I might get into it after I go get a drinky. I'll be right back. My drinky's empty, so I have to go grab another. Give me 1 second. Enjoy the green room. I am back. And I got a drinky. So we are good to go. Ugh. It's funny that Lucas is trying to be some sort of professional hater. And he sucks at it. Just like Tennessee's offense. See, now that's messed up, man. Come on. But that is true. I can't deny that. That's hilarious. Yeah, half amazing, half terrible. Yeah, that's a great way to say it. That is a great way to say it. I'll say that much. God, y'all want to hear about it? Sure. I'll give you the rundown on it since I've got nothing but free time. And I'll give you the. How about this? After this drive, and once we head back to commercial, I'll give you guys a rundown on exactly why I feel that way. And I'll tell you all about it. Because Georgia Tech's about to go for it on 4th down. I want to see how this goes. And yes, I am getting Dr. Pepper. So here we go. Man in motion here. They're going to throw a screen, and he's going to try and get it. And he got it. He got it. Right at the line, it should be a first down for Tech. Yep. First down Jackets. Buzz, buzz. You're getting real close to the end zone here. This might be it. This might be the opportunity they've been waiting for. Buzz, buzz. Man, I'm an idiot. That's not even Philo. That's Haynes King. I thought he wasn't playing in this game, but I guess I was wrong. Oopsies. Do. That's how, yeah, I'm off my game today. Here's another run. On the outside, jet sweep, good for about a little more than 10 yards, and it'll be another first down for Tech. They're in the red zone. Jamal Haynes completely shredding through this Vanderbilt defense. They can't stop him. Inside run, outside run, it ain't working out for him. I don't know what that is, though. I've never seen an outside run before. But here's a flag right here. And it looks like it's going to be a hold, so that's going to pin Tech back. The only thing that can stop Jamal Haynes is a good old amount of ref ball. I've got so much here in my candy drawer. I got a lot of candy for Christmas, so I'm gonna indulge myself in some of it. Orange Tic Tacs. Can't go wrong with that. 1st and 15. 3 men out. Here's King, man in motion. Gonna pass. Another screen. It's a wheel route. Jamal Haynes breaks a couple tackles and dives after getting about 7 or 8 yards. So it'll be 2nd and short. Or actually, he got a little more than that. He got quite a few more yards, but it's going to be 2nd and 2. So he got 13 yards. I forgot they had a 5-yard penalty. Lucas, the girlfriend you had saw me bend you over sideways and give you one of these in EA college football. And now she ain't with you no more. There might be another reason. I'll say that much. This is what Lucas is working with in bed. That's there's Lucas in bed for you. There's Lucas Sharp in bed. Georgia Tech. Here's Haynes up the middle. He does a forward lateral pass type of thing, and it was nearly intercepted. Cam Vaughn to Tennessee? Really? Let's confirm this real quick before we hop on that train. Wow, this is big news. Harold Perkins is returning for the season, for the 2025 season. How about that? How about that? That's huge news if you're LSU. If you're the Tigers, that's the biggest news that you can hear all day. That's the only thing that works on that defense. A flag looks like it's going to push Tech back here. Yeah. Illegal touching. Let's go. I call that one illegal ball funneling. Ooh, you big mad now. Chill. Calm down, Lucas. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. Second down and 7 for the Jackets here. They're at the 16-yard line. King back to throw. They're going to take a slant route over the middle. Good. Caught. First down. It'll be first and goal. Another completion right there. We're getting something working, I'll tell you what. Blake Rutherford's playing this game? I thought he opted out too. Guess I was wrong. These games just mean more for the Jackets, I guess. First and goal here from the 6-yard line. Handoff. No, King will take it himself on a quarterback read option, and he'll get maybe 5 yards there. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 or 1. He's close. Yeah, I would love if we got some receivers in the portal. I don't think it's happening, though. We barely ever utilize the portal on offense. I think it's alarming to me how broke we are compared to some of these other SEC schools. Here's 2nd and goal. Going to give Haynes the ball. Handoff up the middle, and he's stuffed at the line. No gain right there. Don't tell me Tech's about to go complacent here and just run it up the middle 3 times. After all that work, that would be so stupid if they did that. Third and goal. 2 yards to go. I say you give Haynes the ball and run it on the outside. Here we go. Handoff to Haynes. No, it's going to be a pass play, and it's good for a Georgia Tech touchdown. Beautifully executed pass to Goad, and there you have it. Or Goody, I think that was his name. But, yeah, Georgia Tech gets on the board. And now I can play the Vanderbilt stinger. So let me find that real quick because that is a funny stinger to use. Bang.
Literally, listen, Squid. Listen, Squid. Listen.
So there you go. Jackets are on the board, and now they're going to have a chance to tie this ball game as long as their guy kicking the extra point doesn't completely screw this one up. That was perfectly executed right there. Looked like it was going to be a handoff up the middle, but then it is a pass play. Such perfect offensive play calling. And it's not even that great play. It's not even that great a play calling. It's one of the most simplest tricks in the book. And I'm still begging for it. Come to Knoxville. But I hope you like free labor because apparently we're too broke to hire anybody. Yep, 10% talent fee. We're gonna tax our fans because we need the money. I knew this fan base, this team, this program was broke the moment after we beat Bama in 2022 and we took that goalpost down and carried it all the way into the river. They spent the next day, oh please, we're too poor. Winning is hard, and when you take the goalpost, we need somebody new to get the goalpost. We need the money to get it back. We need the money for the new one. Golly, y'all pathetic. Lucas, you don't get to talk about my bank account. I could buy everything you own right now. And I'm saying that because you don't own a lot. Your mommy owns about everything else. Tennessee can't win a playoff game. Alabama's not even good enough to get the opportunity to win a playoff game. So, tell me about that, why don't you? Tell me about that. And not like you earned it anyway. 3 losses, including to a team that just got beat by a service academy. We should move to the ACC since we're such an embarrassment to the SEC. But we're not even really an embarrassment. We didn't embarrass the SEC. We're one of the only teams that actually made it there in the SEC. I'm talking about Wolverine, fellow moderator and also a dumbass. Let's talk about the upcoming Auburn Bowl game. Yeah, Hoover isn't taking them to no bowl game. Come on now. I'm surprised they're keeping him around, honestly. He's got a worse record than Brian Harsin in his first 2 years. Here go Jared, the Vanderbilt fan. He just posted something on Twitter. I'm gonna talk about this for y'all real quick. So here's what he said. So what's going on? Brandon Fournette is one of our best defensive players, and we have players out of position while Clark Lee is hiking, sitting on the sideline. Get a grip, coach. So as you can tell, he's in a good spot right now. Here goes Vanderbilt. They're going to take this out, and the return is a bad move because he's taken down behind the 20, and Vanderbilt's going to start their next drive at the 18. Damn, these TikToks are good. Bro, these TikToks go hard. And the best part about it is, they're like small little candies. There's like 100 of these things in each little box. The fun that never ends. Unless you have bad teeth. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Vanderbilt, the 19-yard line. Manziel back to pass. He's going to throw a little outside route, good for about 5 yards to Stowers. They couldn't keep their defensive coordinator. That SEC defense is now property of the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Speaking of which, I'm surprised nobody has taken Tim Banks yet. I'm legitimately surprised Tim Banks has not been taken. It's coming, I believe. Eventually, they're going to get him, but we'll see that in due time. 2nd and 4 for the Dorks. Here goes Pavia. He's going to take it himself, and he's shut down behind the line, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. Them runs don't work. Georgia Tech's been doing a really good job on the defensive front. Lane Kiffin has to play Duke. Yeah, what a coaching match that is. Lane Kiffin versus Manny Diaz. Do you eat 2 or 3 Tic Tacs at a time? I just do it at random. Sometimes I eat 7 at a time. I'm like that. Third down and 4. 3 receivers out. Here's Pavia back to pass, looking for a man down the field. They're bringing the pressure, able to get it off a slant route. Good, just enough for the first down. Just enough for the first down. Cole Spence gets the connection, and Vanderbilt's drive will continue. How about that? See, now I'm having 5 Tic Tacs. I'm addicted to these things. What? This is Tennessee's first. Hold on. Up the middle. No, it's going to be an outside run for Vandy. Good for maybe 4 or so yards. This is Tennessee's first time in the playoffs, so of course we'd lose that game. No, Alabama didn't lose their first playoff game when they played. Not that that really matters now, but it goes to show that, you know, if that's the excuse we're making, then we might as well just go ahead and say that the lights are too big. 2nd down and 6. This is a quick game. It's already almost halftime. Man in motion for Vandy. Coming on the outside. It's a jet sweep. Taking it for himself. He's got the first down. Another jet sweep connect. We're seeing a whole lot of jet sweeps in this game. I'll say that much. Oh, they're throwing hands on the sidelines, grabbing each other's face masks. Brent Key's out there. He's pushing away these Georgia Tech players. Oh, and now flag's thrown. Is it thrown on the head coach? Here's the guy pushing him away. Then they're going to throw a flag on Brent Key for shoving his own players away from a fight. Personal foul, head coach, for daring to stop a fight that we're trying to stop and suck at. Lord praise Patrick Mahomes. What is that? I want to hear what they have to say. Okay, never mind. Whatever it was, they just reversed it. We have forgot. Playoffs started in 2015. Whatever. Lucas, if you truly feel that way, why don't you do college football chaos instead of me? Let's see how that works out. Let's see how that works out. Do you play fantasy football? No, I don't have the time for that. Here's an outside run for Vandy. Shut down immediately. Georgia Tech brought the blitz, and they had nothing to respond with there. Hugh Freeze played a 4D chess move, be a crappy team, which decreases Bama's quality wagers, allowed SMU to get the bid instead of them. Huh. It wouldn't have mattered. They had 3 losses. They had 3 losses. Bama had the most quality win out there out of anybody. They beat Georgia. The problem is they lost to Oklahoma and Vanderbilt and Tennessee. You lose 3 games, you don't belong there. 2nd and 9. 3 men out. Here's Pavi on the pass. They're bringing the pressure, able to get it off, but it's incomplete. Yeah, Pavia's definitely feeling the pressure because Tech is bringing so many blitz formations. They have nothing to respond with. He's getting engulfed every time he steps back to pass. Third and 9. 4 men out. Here's Pavia back to throw. Able to get the pressure, and he's running, and he got the first down. Gets through the pressure, runs all the way to the first down marker, and extends the chains once again. This guy, Diego Pavia, is shredding through Georgia Tech's defense, only because they can't shut him down. For every time they sack him, he gets another 10 yards out of running the ball. Because Vandy's linemen are getting pushed around the entire time. No, I can't even respond to that one, Lucas. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Tech's 48-yard line. Vanderbilt slowly driving down the field, except they're taking all year to do it. They're bringing the blitz. Pavia able to escape, tries to roll out. Now he'll throw late, and it's out of bounds. Great job by Pavia to notice the blitz, but still no response for it, except him just running for his life. If I made an AI out of all of Lucas's comments on this stream, it'd probably jump off a cliff. I'm tired of listening to him. I can't respond to any more of his comments if he's going to say that dumb crap. Georgia versus Notre Dame could be an interesting game. Yeah, it's going to be a great game. I'm really interested to see how Gunnar Stockton does under the lights. I mean, he looked really good. He looked better than Beck against Texas. It's just a matter of whether or not he can continue that momentum. Because sometimes you see other quarterbacks come in late in the game, and then they shine better than the starting quarterback, but then they come in the very next game, and they look like they've just seen the field for their first time ever since high school. Here's Pavia taking a deep shot down the field, one-on-one, and incomplete, but there is a flag, and that guy is going to get PI, and they're going to PP on the Bees right here. Atlanta Nerds versus Nashville Nerds. Yeah, it's the Nerd Bowl. It's the Brain Bowl. The poll's getting pretty tight between the 3:30 and 7:30 slate. We can pretty much roll out Boston College, Nebraska. Oh, they're calling for a face mask, not a pass interference. Same difference. It's still going to be a 15-yard penalty. Imagine telling someone after that Northern Illinois yell that Notre Dame would have a legit shot at making it to the semifinals. Hell, they could win the whole thing. I'd go as far as to say that Notre Dame right now looks like the most complete team. They've been playing pretty much the best football in every facet of the game. Best offense, and a really, really good defense to go with it. That's the thing about Oregon, is that even though they haven't lost a game yet, they've sort of been exposed defensively. And offensively, too, if Tez Johnson isn't playing. If Tez Johnson's not playing, Oregon's offense goes completely whiff. Like, just completely stale and flaccid. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff. It's going to be some triple option play. They're bringing out the Georgia Tech playbook. Here's a man in motion. He's going to run all the way down to the 10-yard line. How about that? How about the triple option? Working out real well for the Commodores. Beautiful play right there. It's going to get him all the way down to the 10-yard line. Flea flicker works really well for the good old Commodores. Sometimes bad losses focuses a team. Yeah, no, that's true. And sometimes good wins makes a team do worse. Come out the next week completely stale, you know what I mean? Momentum's a big part of college football. First and 10 for the Commodores here at the 11-yard line. Here's a handoff up the middle and completely shut down. Loss of 3 yards right there. You can't. I guess you just can't run the ball up the middle anymore on this Tech defense, because all they're doing is bringing blitz. That's what they're doing every single time. They're just bringing everybody up. They're bringing all of their 12 players and everybody in the stands, as a Georgia Tech fan, up on Diego Pavia. If Notre Dame wins the national championship, I will super chat $100. I'm that confident. It'd be pretty funny if they did. It'd be good for me too. 2nd and 13 from the 14-yard line. Pavia He's going to take a screen, fakes the screen. Now he's going to look down the field, dumps it off, and it's about 5 yards. Not much going there for Vanderbilt. They aren't taking many deep shots, but then again, they are in the red zone, so that would make sense. Here's 3rd and 8. Notre Dame is very one-dimensional and that isn't that explosive of a dimension, but they do what they need to defensively. I'll say that much. Yeah, 3rd and 8 here. It's either score or kick a field goal. That's basically it. Because if they get a first down, it's going to be one. They're only going to have to run like a single inch. And looks like Vandy's going to take a timeout here to think about it. Yeah, you're going to have to throw out some trickery here. You can't just run it up the middle and call it a day. Notre Dame defense is legit, but nowhere near Ohio State's. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think their defense is anywhere near the top echelon of college football. But they've got an offense that's really, really good and able to score on anybody. So if they get running like Ohio State was against Tennessee, then they can potentially beat anybody in the country. Like I said, momentum's at its most important in the postseason because you never know when a team's just going to get red hot like Ohio State has. Ravens fans can confirm the latter. Will crush the Raiders and lose to the Browns. Yep, that's how, or I meant Bills, even the Raiders beat us. Yep, that's how it usually goes. Yeah, everybody has had their issues in games. All of the playoff teams have had their struggles. You know, Oregon's the only undefeated team, but they've had, like you said, Wisconsin. They only beat Wisconsin by 1. And that's the problem. Oregon's offense is completely shallow if Tez Johnson's taken out of the game. If he's out, then their offense goes completely just disappears. So I think that's what if I'm Ohio State, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to lock down Tez Johnson. And even just him being there and just his presence alone is going to help Oregon a lot because obviously Ohio State is going to be trying to lock down him. And then it'll leave the rest of the receivers like Evan Stewart and everybody else open. And Dylan Gabriel can run. Don't forget about that. Calling it right now, national championship will be the winner of Ohio State and Oregon and the winner of Notre Dame, Georgia. That seems to be the consensus pick. But there's just something about Penn State. Trusting them in the postseason is a very rare occurrence for me. And very risky, too. Because you never know what James Franklin is going to come out with. But his team... And look, you can say what you want about SMU. Obviously, they weren't exactly the most significant of playoff material, but they, like Penn State, shut them down in every facet of that game. So if they play like that throughout the rest of the season or rest of the playoffs, there aren't going to be many teams that are going to be able to stop them. It'll be interesting to see if they can make it all the way. And if they can shut down Genty Ball this week, then definitely favorable if they make the Natty. But they're gonna have a tough path there. Here's 3rd and 8 for the Commodores at the 9-yard line. 4 receivers out. Georgia Tech bringing the prevent. Here's Pavia. Throws on the sideline. Good for 7 yards. And they're going to have a tough decision here because it's 4th and 1. So are they going to go for it here and try and go up by a touchdown with about 2 minutes left to go? Or are they just going to kick the field goal? That's the question. If I'm Vandy here, though, I'm going for it. Except they're not just gonna be able to run it up the middle and call it a day. This is the most competitive Penn State team. This is the most complete Penn State team I've seen in a while. Yeah, no, they've been good, and I kind of ruled them out after they lost to Ohio State because then I was just like, yep, they're not doing anything. Just it's same old Penn State. What's new? And then they of course come out the very next few weeks and they actually look like a complete team. You know, they get into the Big Ten championship game, and they give Oregon a significant scare. Every time Oregon scored, Penn State would be right there to score with them. So if they keep that up, they could go really far in the playoffs. Calling it right now, Boise upsetting Penn State. Fiesta Bowl Boise is built different. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. And if they do, that'd be spectacular. That'd be spectacular because if they don't win or if they lose big, I could definitely see a lot of these college football analysts going around going, well, we didn't know how to rule out the group of 5 and give them their own playoff. The group of 5 don't belong. They don't belong here. They suck. They'll never do anything. They just suck and terrible. Yeah. And thing is about Boise, I like them. I think they're a really fun story. Obviously, Ashton Jeanty, one of the best players I've seen in a while. But, this is bad for the group of 5, obviously. Because as a group of 5 team, it's going to be extremely tough to beat three really big contenders all in a row. Just say you beat Penn State, then what? You got to play either Georgia or Notre Dame. There's some miracle if you beat them, you got to play Oregon or Texas or somebody else in the Natty. Or Boise's not running that table. They just aren't. There's no way. I'd give better odds to the likes of Cam Skibbity and Arizona State. Because not only have they seen better competition, they're just a more complete team overall. I like Maddox from Madman, and his story's great too. There's a Tic Tac stuck in the back of this cartridge. I'm trying to get it out, but it won't come out. There's 2 actually. That gummit. But as I was saying, I like both of their stories, but I think Arizona State's got a much more complete team. Sam Levitt has looked like a better quarterback than Maddox and Madman. And Cam Skibbity can do what Ashton Jeanty can. That's the thing. I think he can do. Both of those guys can do what they need to win their team the game. Oklahoma losing to Navy, the big bad SEC. Yeah, 6-6 Oklahoma, of course. That's what the SEC's all about there. 11th best team in the SEC lost. That means the whole entire conference sucks and they're never winning a game again. That makes a lot of sense. Fourth and 1, they're going for it. Who would have seen that coming? Here we go. Let's see what they got. It's Pavia. He's going to roll out, and he's going to run in for himself. And Vandy is going to get another score up on the board. They're going to retake the lead. Beautiful execution right there. Rolls out in the pass and then runs it in himself. Diego Manziel carrying the Commodores to a potential winning season. And here's this live Sea-Dog reaction.
Fuck! You are shitting me!
Yeah, he's going through it right now. Poor Sea-Dog, man. He's going through it. He's going through it right now. Do we need to give him a call? Do we need to call Sea-Dog and check if he's okay? Bro's got to be going through it right now. I don't even know if he's live. I don't think he's live for this game. I checked to see if he was with old Rec Talk, the other Georgia Tech guy, but I don't see him there. I don't see him there. I think we need to give Sea-Dog a call. So, the Jackets, let's see. They might be able to score here. Hold on. There's the final 2 Tic Tacs. I had to eat those. I think I don't even have Sea-Dog's number, but I'll check. I got a new phone, by the way. It's nice. I'll check to see if I have C-Dog's number on here. Damn, I don't. I do not have C-Dog's number. I have Rectalk's number, but he's live. So, obviously that's not going to work. Are you pounding Tums and having massive heartburn? No. Those are Tic Tacs. No. Heartburn, I think that's done for a while. Because obviously the Vols aren't playing to make sure to give me that. They're not sticking around to do so. So thankfully I'm not having to deal with that, but no. It really just comes down to Texas's defense. Texas in which game? Just talking about Arizona State? Yeah, no, I think Texas is going to do a good job in that game, I imagine. If I'm picking right now, I'm picking Texas. Although I do really think Arizona State could give them a hell of a fight. Just because I think they're going to have trouble with shutting down Cam Skibity. I really do. I think Texas is going to have trouble shutting him down. But if they can shut him down, obviously that's going to really make Sam Levitt struggle. So that really makes me wonder how that's going to go. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes and then I'm probably going to shut this stream down. I plan to go for the whole thing, but I do have stuff I need to take care of tonight. And then obviously I need to work more on college football chaos. I just wanted to come out here real quick tonight for you guys, give you guys a chance to talk to me, reach out to me, that whole ordeal. And right now it's looking like the poll, any last call for people voting on the poll, now's your chance. Because I'm going to shut that down before the half comes to a close. And then, because right now it's looking like we're doing the Poop Tart Bowl tomorrow, same time as the Georgia Tech Vandy game. Looks like Auburn wide receiver Sam Jackson just hit the transfer portal. For any Barner fans in here, tough luck because y'all just lost another wide receiver. I don't think he got even I don't even think he got a nick of playing time though. So it's not the biggest loss, but definitely subtracts a little bit of depth from the squad. This is what Georgia Tech gets for leaving the SEC. Yeah, that's true. That is true. So 1:55 left to go. Here's King on the rollout. He's got it to another man, but it's good for only about 3 yards. Yeah, no. Both of these offenses are pretty slow, and they're taking forever to do anything. I think we only had like 6 or 7 drives in the entirety of this game. Pass play for King. Throws on the outside, on the sideline. Good for a first down. Stiff arms a man while getting rushed into the out of bounds. Minute 25 left to go. Georgia Tech all 3 timeouts still. They can tie up this ball game here. I know this. I said this was going to be a good game, and I'm sticking by that. 1st and 10. Here we go. Toss. Good for maybe 3 yards to Jamal Haynes. Minute 15 left to go. Clock's going down. Vandy subbing out a bunch of their linebackers. Bringing in the big boys here. 5 men on the line. Well, now there's 4. Man's trying to run as fast as he can, and he's going to get there. Here's King. Another slant. Complete. Barely much of anything, though. They aren't getting much of a hoo-ha. All these people are extremely slow. Up the middle. 35 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to call a timeout now as they progress past the 50-yard line. Y'all like the green lights? I did this for a Christmassy theme, but if it's tough to look at, let me know. So, 35 seconds to go. I'm going to go ahead and close out this poll. I don't see any new votes. Actually, is it 50%? Yeah, okay. It's the lead is too big now. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. So, yep, we'll be doing Iowa State, Miami tomorrow with the Poop-Tart Bowl. I'll probably stream the first half and maybe the second half depending on how many people are in there. And I might have somebody over, whether it might be, I might have Pissman over, and he'll do the stream with me. I'll see what he's up to tomorrow night. 4 receivers out here at the 49-yard line. Here comes Haynes King, trying to make something happen here. Back to pass, runs out. They're bringing the blitz, able to get the pass off, and it is complete. But I think that might be an ineligible receiver downfield. No, it got to Alexander, so that can't be it. No, it's something else. Might be a hold. Because he did. I think I did see somebody hold. And it's going to be on the defense, too, it looks like. Good old ref ball coming in clutch at the very best moment possible. So defensive hold is going to give Georgia Tech at least 10 more yards. Now, this is a great matchup right here. Haynes King and Diego Pavia. I mean, this is a phenomenal moment in time. And who could forget? Who could forget coming out down the line? The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Who's excited for that one? The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. I gotta figure out who's playing in that one, because that's... I forget how hilarious that is. Yeah, Miami of Ohio and Colorado State. That's going to be a matchup that feeds generations. The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. What time am I streaming? Yeah, so we're actually gonna get some of that action. And where else would it be streamed but the CW network? How about that, huh? Well, what a fitting location. Here's Georgia Tech here. Man, oh, that's offside, so this is a free play. Taking a heave shot to the end zone and incomplete, but it's a free play anyway. Because Sidnor jumped way offsides. I just saw Tennessee fans say that Lance Hurd was a big get out of the portal last year. Yeah, big if you like holds and watching defensive linemen go rent-free past your offensive linemen. If that's what you want, then by all means. I haven't seen anything from him that makes me think he's worthy of the 5-star status he was given. Here's 1st and 5. Georgia Tech. They might be jumping offsides here again. No, they're not. Here's King. Runs out. Whoa, takes a huge hit 2 yards behind the line, so it's going to be 2nd and 7. And they're going to have to take a timeout, their second timeout. Vanderbilt just playing stupid here. Well, they are still 6-6 Vanderbilt. Don't forget that. It's not like they're the most complete team. Did y'all know Jared's at this game? I didn't even realize, but he's at this game. How about that? One of my friends there. Shout out to John Vaughters. He's there at the game with Jared, and they just took a picture together. And he showed, yeah. So apparently Jared is at the game. Good for him. And if they're watching this stream, I hope Jared's having a good time, because right now his Commodorks are up on the Jackets. 25 seconds left to go. Here's King back to throw. Plenty of time to do it. Now he's going to roll out, try and get away. Doesn't get the pass off. Might be a fumble. Okay, they're going to say he's down. Georgia Tech catches a break right there. Could have very well been Vandy ball. If either of these offenses, if they had aligned a block for Haynes King or Diego Pavia, this would be a shootout by now. But they don't. They ain't got nothing. SMH shaking my head. Well, here we go. 3rd and 10. 18 seconds left to go. Then we can put a wrap on this thing so far. Here's King taking a deep shot to the end zone. Well overthrown, incomplete. So it's going to be 4th down, which Georgia Tech is probably just going to take a field goal if they know it's go for them. 4th and 10. Which means going into the half, Vandy's going to have the lead on the Jackets. Very well, high potential to have a winning season right here for the first time in a very, very long time. And this is great because Pavia, it's not like this is his final gasp as a Commodore. He'll be back next season. He'll be back. So I'm interested to see how this will play out. I don't know what Vandy's win total is going to be once it hits 2025. But if I had to guess, it's going to be way higher than the 2 wins people thought they were going to get. Vandy takes a final timeout here as Georgia Tech was getting ready to kick the field goal. By the way, did y'all know this was a rivalry? Georgia Tech is one of those interesting teams because they have rivalries with half the teams in the SEC that nobody expected them to have rivalries with. They've got one with Vanderbilt, Alabama, Tennessee. The list goes on. I think they've got one with Kentucky too. They've got a rivalry with a lot of teams in the SEC that they just don't see anymore because obviously they're not in the SEC. I think Oregon will beat Ohio State. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me one bit. That's a really hard game to predict. That's why I'm choosing to live stream that one, because that one's definitely the hardest one to predict in my eyes. 43-yard attempt. Let's see if they can hit this and make it 14-10. Here we go. The snap, hold, kick. It is good. Nailed it. So Georgia Tech is going to be down by 4 heading into the second half. Because 8 seconds left, though, so Vanderbilt can do some significant hoo-ha, some significant funnies before wrapping this thing up. So 8 seconds left, and I imagine Tech is just going to squib kick this. Run out the rest of the time here. This is a pretty exciting game so far. This is probably going to have a really good finish, but nobody's going to be happy at the end of it. And since Georgia Tech got a field goal, I might as well play the Jared Stinger real quick. Here's the kickoff out of bounds, so they're not going to squib kick it. And Vandy's going to have 8 seconds to do something really funny. But first, let's hear this. Wise words from Jared.
Literally, listen, Squid. Listen, Squid. Listen.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Before we wrap things up on the stream, I do want to let everybody know that if you're a channel member, thank you very much for everything that you do for this channel. That's right here. All the names of the channel members are right here. So if you're on that list, shout out to you. It looks like Vandy's just taking a knee, so that'll be the end of the half. Again, if you're on that channel member list, appreciate you being there. If you're not a member, I would highly recommend doing that if you want to see some of these videos come out early. And for the rest of you, I appreciate you guys being here as always. And that'll end out the second quarter. So Vanderbilt up 14-10 on the Yellow Jackets. Gonna have a phenomenal ending. And of course, I'll let you guys know how that pans out. And yeah. Nerd Bowl going real well. The old Brain Bowl. Love to see it. Love to see it. And no matter what happens, I'm sure this will add significant effort to Alabama's quality resume that they actually have. All right, well, until the next video, the next stream, whatever I do, I'll see you guys next time. As always, power to Tardaria. Love each and every one of you, and I'll see you.